Hey there YouTube, this is the Marines man. What I'm doing right now is actually making, I believe you remember this from the custom paint job. Sorry, the lighting's still really terrible. But essentially making this, my friend got this stuff together. We got the metal parts to it, things like this, and we got some in there, and we have the last back parts over there. So I'm just kind of trying to put this together right now and see if we can pull it off. But essentially what I'm doing, we don't have welding stuff, we're going to use solder. And since solder, I don't know if you've ever worked with it, but it's a pain in the butt to work with because it likes to do this thing where it just balls up real quick. And you can see it right there. Just gets in focus, but it's like right there. And it just balls up real quick. It doesn't like, I don't know, it doesn't just stick immediately. It balls up and then it just sucks it up real quick and it dries real quick. It's a pain in the butt to work with. So what I'm planning on doing is, as you can see, all the shiny on there, that's the wire part is actually the solder stuff, and then the shininess is the where I roughed up the surface, because the outline, as you can see, is where I'm going to put on this front face piece. So what I'm planning on doing is having it just like this, kind of laid out. I'm going to put on the front face piece, and then I'm going to clamp it in the table clamp right here, heat it up, and as it melts real quick and dries real quick, it'll be pressed together. This way it should form a really solid bond, which is what I'm hoping. So as you can see, I have this metal roughed up as well. It's because you have to act like glue. You can't glue it to a smooth surface, it won't work. So you're going to clamp it together, and then we're going to see how that works out. So I'll get back to you in a minute. Alright, so I've essentially got it done. This is not what I use, it's just for touching up this little spot right here. Waiting for it to heat up, and then it'll melt right through, and I can flatten it out. But essentially this is it. It's a little warm, but we've got this now on. It's not going anywhere. And it's essentially glued in with the solder, and it worked pretty well. As you can see, it's pretty flat right in that seam right there. Underneath. The reason it's colored is because I was using that one right there. And it's a lot more powerful than I anticipated. I didn't realize it's actually, at times when it gets that blued color, it actually gets to the point of heating up where it's almost at a red hot, but not quite. So, and that's about it. So it turned out pretty well. I'm going to keep updating it as we go along and see what happens next.